What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Cornerman with yours truly, the Mighty Quinn. We're going to go over some over-under predictions as well as the live line lookout for UFC Vegas 52. We're going to stick to that, we usually do for this piece, but I'm going to go over my favorites for the fights, or who I'm predicting to win the fights, lose the fights, as well as my 3-fight parlay, my underdog pick, and fight night to look for on Betting Bananas, which will be posted tomorrow. The Betting Bananas podcast, which will be posted tomorrow afternoon for you to see. So more picks there, and let's get started. So the first fight of the night we have, I'm looking through my phone and everything right now. I got two things. Yeah, we have Tatsuro Taira versus Carlos Candelano. I have that fight going over 2.5 rounds. It's for minus 115. I really feel well about that fight. Tetsuro's kind of faced weaker talent, even though that he's the favorite in that fight. I think that Carlos has a lot, even though he's had a layoff, which is going to work against him. I think he's going to be able to chew some clock in the beginning, and just we're going to be able to see that go the distance based on Tetsuro's what he usually does isn't going to work against somebody like Carlos. So we're going to be seeing that one go the distance over 2.5. Okay. Next one, Gina Mazany versus Shannon Young. Now, as you all know, I'm a big fan of Glory MMA outside of American Top Team. That's my favorite gym. I love what James Krause is doing over there. Outstanding team. That's where Gina's training out of. I have this fight going the over as well. I just think that she's going to do very well, as well as this fight be a live line lookout fight. Pay attention how it goes first round. That's how this fight's going to go, I think. That's how you're going to be able to place your bets for the live line going forward with this. Now, the next one, Natan Levy against Mike Breeden. Now, I have this one as another live line lookout, even though it's a little bit far apart from the line. Definitely pay attention to this one. The first round is going to predict how the fight goes. Again, I have this going the over. Mike Breeden, another Glory MMA guy. They got a busy night coming up on Saturday. He's the underdog, but he's training at a good gym, and I think that they're going to be able to piece together a very competitive fight. So that's kind of what I look for a lot with this stuff, guys. Where they're training, if they're an underdog, it's where they're training, who's in their corner, who they put together the game plan with. It really helps me put together what I'm going to see going forward. Natan Levy is really good. I think he's really good grappling. I think that this one's going to go another over. You're going to see that a lot this card. So I got that one over for 175. Breeden Levy. Another fight of the night, fight of the night candidate. So Gabriel Green versus Johann Lanese. Now, this fight's a tough one to call too. I also got this one going the over. Johann had a really tough, I call it a tough paper out, tough route through CFFC. They've put together a lot of tough fights over the years. These guys really got to earn it once they get to the UFC. They are UFC ready. Even though he's kind of the underdog. Gabriel had a little bit of a layoff too, but I think this one's going the over for that reason alone. Tough guy against a tough opponent, or a tough opponent versus tough paper route. Daniel Lacerda versus Francisco Figueiredo. Now, I think that this one is another over. I don't really have any notes on it. They just both are decision machines. I got this one going the over whenever I see that. It's pretty close on the line too. When it's pretty close, it means they're pretty tight, competitively speaking, which leaves less room for error on both counts. Christoph Jackover versus Gerald Meerschaert. Now, I know Christoph from training at ATT. He put in a lot of time there. He's really he seems to have a way of controlling fights, especially against guys like this. Gerald is a slow starter. He's a submission guy, a really tough submission guy. Got to get this fight to the ground. Christoph's tough to get to the ground. So like he keeps his range really well. He's got kind of funny angles on his striking. I know he works with Pitbull a lot, who has outstanding takedown defense for a striker overall. And I just see this one, like I said, Christoph has a way of controlling these fights. This is definitely going the over. And another live line lookout to boot, I feel. So pay attention to what's going on up until the last 4 minutes of the first round. Darren Elkins versus Tristan Connolly. Now, this is my first under of the fight. I don't know. I feel like this is all based on Elkins. Elkins is tough, nitty gritty, as we all know. Everyone loves Darren Elkins. Now, Tristan's got Darren's a favorite. Tristan, now he's coming off 2 neck surgeries. That's kind of we'll see on Saturday what that looks like. But Darren, this is why I say it's based on Darren. Either Darren's going to capitalize on the rust and the surgeries and everything like that Tristan's bringing, or is Darren, is he on the later half of his career where if he gets touched, he goes out? So, but I feel like either way, we're going to see one of those two, and that's why I'm going the under for plus 160. That's my first under of the night. Next card, our next fight, Andre Fili versus Johann Breeden. I have this one going the over. Andre has had really, really tough fights. He wins a lot of them. Another decision machine here. You see a lot of guys who control, they go to the decision, even if they're, even if they're going against somebody who can be exposed to being knocked out. I was a decision machine. A lot of times I was hesitant to pull the trigger, but I know I'm a decision machine when I see one. Andre Fili is that person. Yeah, I don't have much to say about G. Anderson, but yeah, I got Fili Breeden going the over 2.5. My man Andre Arlovski, the next fight, is the favorite against what's his name here? Elliott or something like that. I forgot. I wrote down his name wrong. Now, I got Andre. He's kind of changed his approach on things, I feel, as he's gotten a little older, and he's gotten to win some really good fights lately. I think it's his last 2 or 3. And the opponent, I forgot to write down his name here. Another one who he's kind of in fights. He's got some finishes to his name. I think that Andre is going to be able to capitalize, and he's going to minimize his mistakes. I just see this one going the under, plain and simple. The over, sorry, over 200, plain and simple. Now, I missed one with Jared Gordon, and Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson's a hybrid of my 2 teams, Glory MMA and American Top Team. He just recently moved to American Top Team. Camp is going well from what I understand. And I have this going the over, what is it, 210? I definitely have this going the over. I feel that Grant's tough, like I said, hybrid. Jared's tough too. They're both pretty evenly matched overall, but which is another reason why I feel like this is going to go the over, less room for mistakes. I just feel that new gym buzz for Grant is going to really capitalize on a lot of things here. And I think that these guys are going to be going the distance in this. Now, let's go to the main event. Rob Font versus Marlon Vera. Now, Rob has been around a while. I remember Rob back up in the New England scene. He came down to train American Top Team a little bit. He had a tough bout against Jose Aldo, but I feel like overall that this is another over fight. It's over 4.5 rounds. I feel like you're going to be seeing whoever establishes the jab here, and they're going to do that for 25 minutes. That's what I got going on in this fight. So I got Rob Font versus Marlon Vera, the over. That's all I got, guys. Sorry, I kind of threw that together, I guess. But let me know what you think. If there's anything you got questions on, we'd love to cover it. Tune into my favorites as far as who I feel is winning the fight, my 3-fight parlay, my underdog pick on Betting Bananas, which will be posted tomorrow afternoon for the Fight Bananas podcast. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.